I don't think any of us truly realize, because if we did, I don't truly think we realize how bad the day-to-day reality is compared to what it could be. Think about the version of you that never sleeps in, that never makes excuses. The version of you that's always looking out for future you. Watching this Owen Cook rant, per usual, obviously, and he had this guy in the free tour come up and say, when you had this rant, you were 37 at the time, and you said when you were 35, this was gonna happen.
And
He
now
said,
I'm
like
35
now, but when you said I was 25,
and
you
I
called it,
actually
man.
see that with my
And
friends.
he set up, he says, he got up on the middle of the stage, he goes,
It was
it's
one of your
3
3-hour
hour
pieces of
long
content.
videos, which is why I love longer form content, because when you get deep into the content, that is when the changes happen. Now, what he said,
When you get to 35, you're going to start to look around at
you
the
said you're gonna
people
look
and the
around
friends
at
that you used to
35
be with, and
and
you're
look at
going to
all
say
of
this.
your
I'm going to say it
past
exactly how you said.
relationships and
Car
friendships
crash.
and everything,
Okay, that's
and be
okay.
like,
Car crash.
car crash,
Car crash.
car crash.
And now I'm
metaphorical.
Okay? Car crash, car crash. And he's so right. The metaphorical car crashes that we involve ourselves in, even the ones that aren't car crashes, as I was driving here, I see people playing tennis, and they look like they're having a good time. They look like they're enjoying their night. I'm glad they're enjoying their night. But then, part of me likes to think, I like to play what if, because I oftentimes thank God that I've spent up to this point in my life, and still right now, pretty much, not having a not so fun experience. You know what I'm saying? And just I'm not happy, not satisfied. You never should be satisfied, but some of us are living pretty good lives, like those people playing tennis down the road. Black cat down the road, as Infinite Waters likes to say.
While
There's
you're
nothing
thinking
wrong with
about that, let me just
I'm
say,
happy for them.
can I
But
get a hello?
they may not be in that state of mind where they're churning and going, what can I do? I am. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise, but it's still a blessing. And I don't think a lot of us truly have that moment of rock bottom. We don't hit rock bottom, And that's what Owen says about doing weed, smoking weed, why it's so dangerous, and why I relate to him saying that so much is because it's so true. He goes, weed's dangerous because it tricks you into thinking that nothing's changing when you do it. And he goes, people smoke weed and even have a beer or two and get drunk after work. Why? Because it doesn't make a difference right away. You don't think it does, but it obviously does. Compound effect. But he goes, and weed's dangerous because weed, with alcohol you get the hangover and all the other drugs, obviously. You get other stuff. But with weed, you don't get, it fools you into thinking that you're sitting there doing nothing, and you think that you're having amazing thoughts, that you're doing things, and you're not doing anything. So you have to be very careful with even infotainment. Even just, that's better than nothing, right? I'd rather you watch 3 hours of Owen Cook and get some deep knowledge, or 3 hours of Napoleon Hill audiobook stuff, or 3 hours of the gospel in the background, than nothing. But I still want there to be a purpose behind what I'm doing. You got to be careful with pretending like you're doing something productive. Even with filming, you could easily get in the monotonous plateau of just like autopiloting. A few videos back, I talked about what Chase Hughes talks about. If there's an app for it, your brain will, turn on the app and make it easier, just like driving. Eventually you can multitask, you can text, you can do other stuff while you're driving, have full-on conversations while texting and driving. We shouldn't be doing it, but people do it. Eat, all sorts of, you're dipping the chicken nuggets in the sauce and eating. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things while driving. Multitasking, working 17 tabs. If there's an app for it in your brain, you will do it. Just like with a video, just like with me talking right now. It's kind of like on a railway, but I purposefully take myself out of it, just like just then. Sometimes you got to force yourself out of it, but you can't force, right? You have to know how to massage your way into it. It's kind of similar to just like when you're an actor and you're on stage, right? You can't just drop the character in front of the audience. The audience is watching. You might mess up. You better be good at improv. Same with life. Owen Cook was saying in this same rant, you got to stop taking L's at a certain point in adult life. You got to stop taking L's because it's going to compound into a loser effect. So you have to find a way to get small wins. You know, go out there and do something that's a win for you, even if it is small. Then you're going to start building a synchronization between your actions and what you want to happen, your beliefs about yourselves. Instead of just looking in the mirror saying, I am confident, I am amazing. Go out there and do something that makes you confident and amazing. Even if it's small, even if it's going for a 30-minute jog or something, doing 10 push-ups, that's confident and amazing. And it's building that belief with action. So by taking this step, you actually merge into the situation that you want to at hand. Just like I was saying in another video before where I was at the baseball fields. You can't wait for motivation to come. It's like sitting there and trying to analyze the pitch and how you're going to throw into the strike zone on the corner and hit the corner for the strikes and be good at it. Sure, it's good to analyze for a second, but after a while, you better start winding up and pitching or batting or whatever it is that you're doing or fielding. It's good to study analysis, but don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. And don't get stuck in auto drive mode either. Force yourself out of it, right? So that you can kind of wake yourself up and go, okay, free will is back in motion again. I know what I'm doing and what I'm choosing to say and where I'm directing it right now. But I'm also going to trust when I go into flow mode, because when you're playing guitar, for example, and you're just stringing away at it, you're not like thinking super crazy about it. Like me right now doing it, I'm not thinking super crazy about it. But if I wanted to give my best performance, maybe certain parts I might really like focus on it, but you're also half trusting the flow. Same with this conversation I'm having right now with you guys. You got to half trust the flow and you got to half trust the new direction. You guys got to stop letting small little things get you derailed too. You know what? Like that too, like me coughing or whatever. A lot of people would be like, oh man, oh, and then you're overthinking it. You're just like overthinking it. That's all you're doing. There's already so many people, this is what Andrew Tate says, there's already so many people against you in every endeavor of human life. Why are you against yourself? Anxiety, doubt, that's not allowed anymore for us. For you watching this video, you made it this far, you're not allowed to have anxiety and doubt anymore. That is you not being on your own team. Now, when you can't control it, that's fine. Just like Julian himself and Owen Cook say, you got to be there for that inner child and say, it's okay, you can feel that. Don't be an a-hole to yourself, all right? Don't be a jerk to yourself. Be there for yourself. But at the same time, know when you're playing tricks on yourself. You know yourself very well. The ego is a light reminder. Ego is going to try to keep you in what you've been doing, okay? Like that app that takes over things, that just knows when you're doing things. The overall is the ego of life. The ego is the one installing the apps and the prompts and all this stuff that you're following, right? It's that prompt that saves your life when you get out the middle of the road. It's that prompt that keeps my heart beating, that keeps me talking right now, that just my personality has been somewhat hardwired into the behavioral mechanics that I, over time, have chosen to select. X, Y, triangle, square, circle. You have the option to choose. Like that Walking Dead video game when you're going through and you're picking the different options. You have the option to choose. So, if you have relationships, going back to that same point, if you have relationships or people that aren't on your side fully, it doesn't mean cut them off. It just means you show them I'm on my side now fully. I'm going to start doing this. And they're either going to get with it eventually, and what they're going to do at first is they're not going to believe you, right? Owen Cook talks about that. And they're not going to believe. They're going to be like, this isn't the person I know. Why are they acting so much more happy or confident or sure of themselves, or what's going on? Whatever the change is, you know? Just like if you were to change for the bad, you would hope your friends would be like, hey, you all right? If you change for the good, even the same thing goes on instinctually in our brain where we're like, Johnny? So that's what I believe is going on, is that it's just like, that's what a girl does to us too. I've realized recently, women, and especially high quality women, are going to test the stability of the durability of the wall. That they're going to lean on, not because they want to be agitating to you, but rather because they want to be able to trust the wall that they're leaning on. You know, like this pole here. If I'm going to lean on this pole, you best believe that I'm going to trust it. But if I'm not sure, like even the bottom of this pole, you know, looks kind of wonky, you know? I'll show you guys. Looks kind of wonky. Look. Oh, you guys see it? Looks a little wonky wonk. So what if I wanted to test it? Is that so wrong of me? I don't think so. So it's just logic, right? And I think all that's really happening in life with our friends, with the girlfriends, with even your children, business relationships. You change, better or worse, you're going to get tested. So don't be mad at it. Just go, okay, that means I changed. It's a sign that you changed, right? Like, yeah, take it as a compliment. And also, just because someone isn't in your frame of mind doesn't mean anything. Just think about Paul. He was killing Christians, and then he ended up preaching alongside him and helping write most of the New Testament, you know? So I've had an atheist friend that really upset me with his questions before. But he was genuinely curious, you know, with a tinge of probably trying to upset me. But like, it was probably just to see how genuine my faith was. Now, if you don't have time for nonsense, obviously, you got to get moving. Like, we were at work having those conversations. And also, it's different when it's about Jesus and the truth of truths. Come on. But if you have a friend in your life, like, you know, like that guy was saying earlier, car crash, get out of there. Leave them. But if they're just testing the durability of you, great. But if they keep poking, car crash, waiting to happen. A lot of people are not gonna get why you're so unhappy, why you want to do this. They think you're just trying to do too much, right? That's because they're just like those people playing tennis. There's nothing wrong with that. They're happy in their little bubble. You know, I don't know. Maybe they're not happy. I don't know. But I know I would be pretty happy if I had that since 18 for 10 years now, being 28. Just what if I had 80 grand in the bank and I was playing tennis right now? Go drink Starbucks after. You wouldn't have quite the same tone. So it's a blessing. Stop looking at your situation as a bad thing. Owen Cook often can't talk. Owen Cook often says, it's good to stay in a bad situation just long enough to realize that you will never go back there again. Just long enough to where it sticks on you forever. Chip on your shoulder. Or as I guess I'll call mine, the chipper on my shoulder. My old dog, Chipper. My chipper also consists of my friend Ian Howard, who is resting in peace right now. This isn't a negotiable for me, and it shouldn't be for you either. Another thing Owen was saying in the rant is, actually a student stood up and said it. He goes, thank you, Owen, because you told me how bad it was. Owen's just talking about the truth. If things were handy dandy, he'd be talking about how good it was. Same with Jesus. He was just saying the truth. If things were good, he'd be saying it's all good. He said good stuff too, you know. But when you listen to someone that's intelligent, that's truly intelligent, truly wise, and you go, okay, and you use your brain to then listen to, are they telling me the truth or not? And if they are telling you the truth, you best listen. If you have ears to hear, then let them hear. So, and stop letting the enemy trick you. This is the trick he plays on me. He goes, oh, Gabriel, you're already 28. You're already too late, buddy. You missed it. You were supposed to be. And now you're just a regular. But what if I flip the script and I go, no, I actually needed all of that time. Now I know much more from experience in the trenches. And now when I have it, I will not squander it like a fool, but I'll give it, like Jesus said, to share your wealth. Like the wealthy man that walked up to Jesus and said, I've done all that you've asked. What else shall I do? Jesus said, drop all the things you got, give them away, and come follow me. The guy walked away sad because he had many earthly possessions. Not a sin to have money, but it's a sin to love money. And I'm okay not living that life. But I'm not okay not making that money, because I need that money to help my family, to help my children in the future, to help my future wife, to travel, to help other people. And you need money too for your dreams, so that you can stop showing up to other people's bullcrap dreams that are not benefiting you nor society most times. So why don't you get strong enough to build your own frame, that way you can help other people in the way that you've always dreamed. I'm gonna leave it there. Drop a comment, like, share the video, and follow Owen Cook. But most importantly, read the Gospels and follow Jesus Christ. But for real, check out Owen Cook and his free content, free tour content. He's got free tours all across the nation right now, and he may not do it after this year, he's been saying, so get on it. I'm going to try to get out there very soon. Very soon. That's like on my to-do list, because that has upped me since April, just being able to get around people that think the same. And when you see and feel it, it's different than just studying it. So get around people that you want to be like, and you'll pick up that a little bit of them every time. So smash that like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.